Hey guys, welcome to Science 24, another lesson for Unit 4 here. Today we're going to go a little deeper into safety features of vehicles and roadways. So earlier we discussed how the momentum of a faster, heavier object will be transferred to a slower, lighter object when a collision occurs. Now the occupant of a vehicle experience various forces as their velocities change and their momentum is transferred. And the safety features on vehicles work to reduce the force of a collision, therefore hopefully reducing the injury that one may experience. Now, safety features serve to slow down collisions, and as a result, the occupants of the car experience less force and receive fewer injuries, as I just said. Now, engineers use crash test dummies that are as similar to human beings as technology can make them. And the dummies are used to help determine crumple zones in a vehicle. Now the crumple zones slow down the collision felt by the occupants and increase the time of the collision between the occupants and the interior of the vehicle, thus reducing the force experienced by the occupants. Now, other safety features that we do have in vehicles, we have restraining features, and now these hold the occupants in one place, and these include seat belts, airbags, headrests, and child seats. And we also have operational features, and these operate all the time to keep you safe while driving, and these things would include headlights, rear and side view mirrors, tail and signal lights, and your brakes. Structural features, they either can be rigid features such as a heavy frame, the roll cage, and side impact beams in the doors that are built from materials that will not crumple or break under extreme pressure. And then the crumple zones themselves, these include the hood, the trunk, and the fenders. And these may be completely crushed in an accident while absorbing the force of the accident. So we can just see here the two red arrows. These would be our, back here would be our rear crumple zone, and up front here would be our front crumple zone. We have the engine block. In the event of impact, the engine block slides safely under the passenger safety cell. Safety glass windshield is designed to fracture into rounded pieces instead of shattering into sharp little glass pieces. We have airbags, which are inflated with compressed air in 1/10 of a second of the impact to cushion the passengers. Seat belts hold us in place. The passenger safety rails. We have side impact beams in case you are hit on the side. You have the steering wheel column, so a collapsible section on the steering wheel column reduces the risk of the driver injury by the steering wheel in the crash, so it's not slammed into you, hopefully. And then also the ABS system, the anti-locking brake system. Wheels are prevented from locking. This causes skidding by an active computer system that rapidly pumps the brakes. So how do these safety features work? So if two cars with different masses crash head-to-head at identical speeds, they both experience the same change in momentum. So in other words, they will both experience the same impulse. Now when both cars crash, they will experience equal and opposite forces, and they also have identical time of impact. However, because they have different masses, they will experience different changes in velocity or acceleration. Now the airbags protect you from hitting your head on the dashboard if the car comes to an immediate stop. The seatbelt ensures your safety when a car has come to a quick stop. The crumple zones of a car helps the car to absorb the force of the impact, and this is why you need safety devices in every car. Crumple zones in cars increase the time of impact, and that decreases the force of impact, therefore hopefully decreasing injury. Now, road safety features. Now, just aside from vehicles, we also have roads that have safety features, and many roads have road safety features that reduce the force of a collision by slowing the impulse. So we have crash barriers or cushions, and these are barrels filled with water or sand which crush or burst on impact. This applies a force to a vehicle without doing as much damage as a solid barrier. The metal guardrails, these will bend but not break to lower the momentum of the vehicle and absorb the force of the collision. And light poles are designed with shear pins that snap off under the force of a collision and reduce the force of impact. Therefore, your vehicle is just not going to crumple up around them. Now, I just have a couple videos here I want to share with you. We're going to share the first one, the safety features of a vehicle. So that was just a good video to show you of the how technology is advancing, and it's not just seat belts and airbags anymore. How I mean tensioning systems and OnStar and use of satellites to send messages and shutting off fuel and stuff like that. So a lot of cool things. Now this one we're just going to show the crash testing of a car with relation to testing if it's a safe product or not. And there's just a quick video on how they do testing, and it's not just simply from head-on. I talked about the small overlap and the use of what vehicles can pass it, and so things to think about when you do purchase a vehicle someday. And this last last video we're going to talk or show here is just about some crash test dummies at work. So there's just one more video to show you how technology is advancing with crash test dummies and how they can go to help us make safer vehicles, and I mean hopefully not become as injured in a crash. So hope you were able to learn something from the day. Next couple lessons we're going to go into a little more advancement on airbags and seat belts. Thanks for listening.